Gadadhara Shivasati Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shikshi Mataji.
I was just bringing water for you. I took.
It's for you.
Oh, thank you.
Nagaraman.
Thank you.
Gita.
Yes, Prabhu. उधर ही है.
Which sloka are we doing?
2, 3.
23.
Yeah. Good. We just did Ananya Chintayantomam last week, right? Did you go more? Can't see it. And then Suveda more.
एक मिनट,
Can't see you
I'll come
also.
back. हाँ, तुम भी इधर आओ थोड़ा.
Diya, I can't see you.
हाँ, अब ऐसे सही रहेगा. दो के बीच में. दुआ.
Yes. Didi should be in the back.
वो इसके पास जगह नहीं थी, फिर भी आके ऐसे बना करके.
Hare Krishna. Good. Please repeat. This 9.23 we have it.
I'll send you market में. I'll send you that. हाँ. हरे कृष्णा. अच्छा.
Let's do next 3 verses, 20, 24, 25. Okay? Please start. Yepyanyadevata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaah tepi mameva kaunteya yajantya bhakti-purvam aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tu mam vijanti tatvena harashya Yanti devavata devan vitum yanti vidvrutaah bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajino mimam. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, Diya, read the translation 23rd.
Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Okay, clear? Can we move on?
This we discussed.
We already discussed.
Yeah, I think last month.
We are still there.
Yeah,
You
because
leave, you come back. It's like Brahman Leela. 2 months when it happened. The only change is that Pratapadaga lost couple of kilos. That's the only change. In Brahman Leela, the kids got the weight. They became a bit fatter, a bit taller. But Pratapadaga came back 3 kilos less. Sita lost, I don't know. You also lost?
Yeah.
ये सब लोग गेन करके आते हैं क्या आप दोनों?
Yeah.
हम लोग डाइट करेंगे. In India.
Clear? Anybody has anything to say?
बीमार पड़ेंगे.
No? Clear. What is clear, Another?
I mean, they are basically most of them
Whom?
people,
Yeah.
they worship other gods,
Yeah.
but they're not directly worshipping me, but they're indirectly worshipping me, but they're doing it a wrong way
Why?
because they're not directly worshipping me.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, that's what I also thought. So
But then you said it's okay then. Yeah.
because
he's saying.
worshipping Lord Ganesha or Lord Shiva or whomsoever,
Yeah.
and maybe not directly, but of course it is a way of worship as well, right? So,
Yeah. So you should have asked before, right?
But it's a long way actually. It is not.
It's a long
direct. I mean, like, if they directly connect with Krishna, that's it's like I mean, even if you worship other gods also, it would actually worship, it connects to Krishna. But
Yeah.
But
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just confused. You know?
I think I know what
Confused
you.
now.
I think I know what you're trying to say. If you worship Krishna, then you worship all the other gods as well by worshiping.
But that's not what
Krishna.
she's trying to say.
Is that not?
It's a wrong way because maybe they don't know that if they are worshipping that god, then they are actually worshipping Krishna.
Where is the wrong?
And a big from that. Huh?
It's okay, right? It's,
But
No,
basically
they don't know the basic truth only then. Krishna is the source of everything.
yeah, but it's okay, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, as Krishna
Ah,
says
they are
that
at a
I am
certain-
everywhere, so I mean, if you're worshipping the other gods also, it is a way of worship. And of course, he's saying that they're not worshipping them; they're worshipping me, but they're doing it the wrong way. So, I mean, anyways, they're worshipping. So, what is wrong in that?
There are many other reasons why it can be a wrong way.
Yeah, talk it.
जैसे कि मतलब मुझे ये चाहिए मुझे वो चाहिए ये सब
Yeah.
they
No,
ask
that's
for
not what-
materialistic
That's
things.
not what Krishna is telling you.
Is it because they cannot attain Krishna consciousness by worshipping other gods?
Well, that Krishna eventually comes here. If you want to take a flight to New York, you'll not reach Paris. You'll reach New York. Right? So, that's 25. You can read that verse also.
So that way they will still be in the cycle of birth and death because at the most they attain is heaven and not, you know.
No, read 25 first.
Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods.
Mm-hmm.
Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings.
Mm-hmm.
And those who worship me will live with me.
Mm.
So whomsoever you worship, you end up living with that
Yeah,
personality.
right.
Yeah, like
So
if
this
not.
all path lead to same is not, it is not right.
Yeah.
Even though Krishna is the source of everything and everyone, if I don't understand that, then I'll not reach that consciousness. Does it make sense? I only reach until what I'm capable of. I can't extrapolate it because the creation is created in a way that Krishna is the source of everything. Doesn't mean that I can go and worship this tree also and this stone also, and then I'll reach Krishna. That is not going to happen. Yeah. But anyway, that's a separate discussion. Why is it a wrong way? That's the question.
That's what.
What is the right way?
Worshipping Krishna.
Worshiping Devatas is wrong way.
No.
What is the right way?
The right way is of worshipping with love and devotion, not
Who?
just like Krishna.
Okay.
Or even the Devatas.
Yeah.
But then the problem
Okay,
is
so if you worship Devatas in love and devotion, it's fine.
with the knowledge that actually like all the Devatas are actually representatives of Krishna. If you do it with that bhavana, then maybe it's right.
Not with the bell, I guess. It's.
So there, Prabhu, there are two bells. So right side
Oh,
one works and left
okay,
side
okay.
is not working.
पहले ये बल बजाती फिर ये
और इसको दिखा डोर
She's scared.
Yes, Vijay.
अभी तो आई ना इधर.
Yeah, so, yeah, Pujaji, what do you think?
वही जो like we do not have that proper knowledge
Knowledge of?
of
हु इज हु
Who is who? Actually,
Who is who?
हाँ.
कुछ भी पता नहीं है. बस कर रहा है blindly.
हाँ तो बचपन से बता दिया गया we are following we do not even want to know what is the real truth actually.
हाँ.
And also those just 25 में लिखा है कि if we worship the devatas then we will live with the devatas. So but then वो तो स्वर्ग लोक से तो वापस यहाँ पर ही आना है. So it's not a permanent solution.
Pratibha, what do you think? Do you want to think?
For me, when praying other demigods, I'm still not
Let's
able.
use Devatas. Yeah, Devatas.
Devatas is, I don't
find it wrong.
Wrong.
So I'm still, so I cannot explain why.
Krishna is wrong.
I'm not saying Krishna is wrong. Krishna is also.
Krishna is also right.
Yeah,
Trying to
everyone
understand.
can pray for their own God, that they reflect
But
their.
that's the opposite of what Krishna is saying.
Yeah, I know. So,
So what to do? Sriram, what do you think?
Regardless of what we think, what I think they're trying to say, I think twofold. One, that yes, people have a tendency to pray to devatas.
Yes.
That is an indirect method. It is like if you have a tree,
Yeah.
if you water the branches, it's not going to result in the right result. You've got to go to the root of the tree
Yes.
and water the root,
Yes.
and that is the right method.
Yeah.
I think that is the first thing. The second thing that I think this is trying to say is, in trying to worship the devatas, we tend to use methods which are not appropriate, and that results in the incorrect result, and you don't really, you're not immersed in bhakti in the right way. I think these are the two things, at least what I could understand.
Okay. Yes, Veda?
Yeah, Prabhu, like Krishna is saying they do so in a wrong way, that they're worshipping, maybe Krishna is trying to tell that people are worshipping the devatas in a wrong way because the intention is most of the time wrong. Or the intent with which they worship is most of the time wrong. So they're worshipping devatas in a wrong way.
But Krishna is not talking about intent here in this sloka. It's
The
not about
way-
intent. What is wrong?
Actually-
it says that in case if you're worshipping those demigods, then you maybe it's like devatas,
Yeah.
then it is, then you take birth among
So you are actually that you will go to them, so that's why it's wrong.
No. I mean, those who worship the demigods will take birth
Devatas.
among the devatas. Yeah, devatas will take birth among the devatas.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so
what's
those who
wrong?
worship, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
So that's good, right?
But then you have the tendency to come back. एक बार पुण्य खत्म हो गया तो हो गया, वापस आ गया.
So what's wrong?
So you the wrong is still in the cycle.
साइकिल में तो
What's
रहना ही
wrong
है.
with the first step?
नहीं रहना ना.
Basically,
अरे
he's saying
प्रभु जी
that
बोलते यही पर है, लिबरेशन इज लिबरेशन इज हियर.
Yeah.
नहीं मैं कह रही थी लिबरेशन तो यही है ना प्रभु.
Basically,
इतना हमने वो श्लोका याद किया है.
Those who worship directly with love and devotion, Lord Krishna, they will be leading with Krishna. Is what he meant. If whoever doesn't do,
Indirectly it is going to Krishna, right? Then
yeah,
Yeah. What's wrong?
he basically
Pratap was
is
ready with
saying
the answer.
I'm also waiting for that.
I have my understanding, maybe not matching with you.
So is it Prabhuji that he's trying to say that you can respect other gods, but worshipping should be because he's the supreme god, and we should be worshipping the supreme.
Okay.
So for Krishna, devatas are more like mediators to reach him.
That's not what he's telling you.
Yeah. So
You are making it up. This is what you are thinking.
no, I didn't say, I think.
Yeah.
My understanding from that.
Yeah, this
is-
is the understanding.
So don't use mediators directly. So that's the wrong way, maybe according to Krishna.
Don't use mediators तो फिर बनाते ही क्यों ना वो sorry देवतास.
थोड़ा ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम रिफॉर्मेट होना है.
तो लास्ट टाइम आपने एक एग्जांपल एक बात बताई थी, कथा बताई थी कि अर्जुन को कृष्णा ने ही बोला था वो सारे अस्त्र शस्त्र लेने के लिए जा करके देवता की ही पूजा करने ताकि वो देवताओं से ले सके. तो वो तो गलत नहीं है.
So क्या गलत है?
नहीं गलत इज लाइक आवर पद्धति. आई मीन
पर्पस क्या है? पर्पस इज
तरीका करने का.
कृष्ण is talking about that.
अरे हाँ द वे लाइक हाँ मतलब पद्धति जो है हमारी जो
way of approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
बस कैसे
You
बताऊं?
can. What is wrong with the way of approach? What is it? What is wrong?
That's what.
You're thinking
Think
about
with
yourself.
yourself. हाँ मेरे को ये चाहिए
They
मुझे
should
वो
use
चाहिए.
the-
That's not business. What
They should use a top-down approach.
Because
Right now
24
they're
says, it's like I am the owner, I am the enjoyer,
Yeah.
and all, right? So
Yeah.
basically, it's like when we worship the gods, we always tend to pray and then we ask something for ourselves.
Yes.
So there is nothing
And
that
that
we are
topic was discussed in 7th chapter.
Yeah.
It is established. Done.
So is it not the same?
Kamai says Hridajnana prapadanti anna devataha. Those whose consciousness is lost or good intelligence is lost. Hridajnana, having no knowledge, they are those who are worshipping devatas. 7th chapter.
But
What
Prabhu,
is
see,
Avidipurvakam? What is that is wrong with?
before we go there, I mean, there is one thing that we say, right? I mean, like when we pray to God, we ask for something.
Yes.
But you know, there are so many these shlokas or so many things that you know many big, I don't know how to say, a lot of people who are in a very high level. The spiritually, they also say that you know you pray like this, so you will calm down, or your problems will go away. You will become rich. You will become this. You will become that.
But who told you this?
I mean, a lot of people who are
There is a lot of
very
people.
well known.
Yeah, well, who are those things?
Sant Mahatmas in India.
Like some of them, not all.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, some of them tell this.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but they also give some upanaya and some shlokas, you know, to recite for kids, for adults also, to recite every day, so that you know you.
So it will get wealth, health, better wife, children.
I mean, yeah, something like that. Many other things. So,
Janam dehi, Rupavati Bharya dehi. Usually.
yeah, I mean, why I'm asking this is because if that is the wrong way, then it should be taught in such a way from the beginning that only God is Krishna, and you have to only pray to Krishna.
That's a Roman Catholicism then.
हाँ नहीं but हर एक व्यक्ति अलग है और इसके
Because
में अलग.
why I'm saying this is because I am born in a place where Lord Shiva is like, I mean, for us, everything, Lord Shiva is everything.
Yeah, but
So
Varnasi
she is
a little
from
bit.
North Kashi, I am from South
Yeah, we are South Kashi, North Kashi.
North Kashi and South Kashi.
Okay,
Actual
sure.
Kashi.
Yeah, so you are telling that, okay, just delete all the other things,
Yeah.
establish one person, become Roman Catholic.
No, I mean, why? Because see, we have so many gods.
Yeah.
I mean, of course,
Only
we
confusion,
worship-
right?
I mean, no, we worship Shiva, we worship Lord Ganesha, we worship Krishna, of course. Okay, so Durga Mata. I mean,
So Krishna is telling very simple thing. Okay, and not of it. Krishna is telling very simple thing. Vidhi is not right. What is not right?
Object of worship.
Object worship.
object worship.
Object of worship. That's Pratapatra. Go ahead.
No, then
So-
in that case, we are worshipping Lord Krishna also as an object. Right? I mean,
No, object of worship is like who are you worshipping?
So I'm telling my understanding. Can be different for others also. So if we see all the vidhis which are mentioned in our shastras, Vedic literature, so actually there is no as such contradiction. The ultimate aradhya of each vidhi or ultimate benefactor of each vidhi or the ishtadeva of the vidhi is Krishna, Vishnu. So basically when we do any worship, so we are offering the respect and we are offering our service to the next person. But ultimately, in real sense, how this activity is happening is we are offering our respect to the Antaryami Bhagwan, and that's how the respect to anything in this world is offered. Because Krishna is also saying that balam balavata chaham, so whatever the ability which we have, it's all coming from Krishna. So including the abilities of the devatas. Like for example, today is Ganesh Jayanti, birthday of Ganesh ji. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
So it's a very auspicious day. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, Ganesh is empowered to do Vignaharta. So, but this ability is coming from it is coming from Krishna. So the actual vidhi when we do worship, it is meant for the object of that worship is the one who is the ultimate worshipper, who should be the worshipable, and that object of worship, which is the heart of the Vedas, is Krishna. So Vedesha Sarvera Ahamev Ved Vedanta Krut Veda Videha Cha. So that's why when we try to put that object of worship to the devatas, considering that they are the supreme and not connected with Krishna, then that is not the correct vidhi. So in my opinion, that's why Krishna.
100 marks.
Object
So worshipping is fine.
Object or objective in that?
Object of worship means whom exactly are you addressing? And you can worship Ganesh, no problem. But worship of Ganesh is not the worship of the person Ganesh. You should be worshipping Antarayami Bhagavan, who is there in Ganesh, empowering Ganesh, and Ganesh is very happy with that if you do that with them. And all the in general established Vedic authorized way of worshipping Ganesh is like this. Yeah. Shiji, come here. Come here.
Question.
So it really doesn't matter whom you are worshipping. So in general, if you see how an authorized Vedic worship happens, in the beginning they start with offering their respects to Vishnu. During the process, it is the worship of Vishnu, even though it is meant for someone else. They are worshipping Vishnu. I told Pujaji last week, or I don't know, the week before, they should go and hear to the mantras which they are reciting when they are worshipping Vishwanath in Kashi. Just hear. There is a full recording of Prime Minister Modi worshipping Kashi Vishwanath with the Brahmanas there. Just hear the mantras, what they are reciting. And from beginning to end, you should just sit down and hear. So the primary worship is offered to Vishnu. Even though they are worshipping, it's Vishwanath there, they are worshipping Lord Shiva, but the worship is offered to Vishnu. So the usual method would be that first you would do what's called as Vachana. You would worship Varuna as the representative of water. But then the way of worshipping is that in the ideal way the Varuna would actually come, right? So if you are performing a yajna, you invoke Varuna, Varuna will come. So you invite Varuna, you make an asana for him, you make him sit, you offer him arghya, you offer him bhoga, and then you start. Can all the kids go up? Everyone, including that kid, Shiji, all kids. Riti, take everybody. You can hear she will take it.
स्टेयर्स पे रूम में है तो वो वॉशरूम भी करना
Good job.
Even in the famous Ganpati Aarti that we sing in all over Maharashtra. No, that Ganpati Aarti, Das Ramacha Vatsa. In that itself, it said that he is Das Ramacha. He is the servant of Sri Ram.
The biggest question comes in Atharvashirsha.
Tvam Vishnu, Tvam Vayu, Tvam Rudra.
Brahma, Tvam Vishnu, Tvam Rudra, Tvam Indra, Tvam Agni, Tvam Vayu, Tvam Surya, Tvam Brahma, Tvam Brahma Bhuvasvara. that was for me was like, oh my God.
And
how
in the
is
beginning,
this?
it is Satyam Vachmi. We say
Ritam,
that.
Ritam, Vachmi.
Ritam Vachmi, then Satyam Vachmi.
Yes, this is the absolute truth. So I actually went and talked with a few scholars from Madhva Vaishnava Parampara, asked them like, do you get shiksha in Ganesha Tavashirsham? They're like, yes. Like, how do you resolve this? It's, like, it looks like disjoint, right? You just cannot establish two things. But then my friend told me that there is no contradiction whatsoever, because it doesn't matter which devata you are worshipping, the worship is not for them. So when you say Tvam, they are not addressing Ganesh. It is not addressed there. It is addressed to Adrami Bhagavan. And when you say that, it makes full sense. Right? And if you don't understand that fact, then there is all disjoint methods. You know, worshipping Shiva looks different, worshipping Ganesh looks different, Durga looks different, everything looks different. Right? Because then object of worship, what Pratapatra was trying to tell, it's all different people there, different entities. But then it is not supposed to be different entities. So Avidhi Purvakam is your approach of what exactly, whom are you addressing? That's Avidhi Purvakam. Yeah. So if you understand it properly, there is no problem. You can worship Ganesh. When you understand that Antarya Bhagavan, Krishna is the one who is empowering. Yeah. So I have told this story before in Srimad Bhagavatam when Lord Shiva was sitting in the assembly of Daksha. Daksha walked in, and everybody got up except Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. And Daksha was okay with Lord Brahma not getting up. He said, okay, my father, leave it. Shiva didn't get up. He became so angry and told, I will not give this person any offerings anymore, any of my yajna. I will not give. He's good for nothing. Doesn't have basic manners. Shiva was like, okay, fine, no problem. You don't give me, that's fine. And then after some time, arranged a bigger yajna. Everybody was invited. And Sati was seeing all her sisters, everybody, they're all going. Nicely decorated. She comes to Shiva and tells, इतना कुछ क्या है? It's okay, man. It's fine. Your father-in-law. थोड़ा तो adjust करना. What would have happened? You got up. It's fine. If you got up, then there will be no problems. Why you didn't get up? Yours only problem. What is that big deal? You should have just get up and then. Yeah. I could go now. I want to go. But Shiva says that doesn't matter who is offering any respect to whoever. Yeah. It really doesn't matter. When we say Namaste, Namaha, Namaha, Te. Te. Who is Te? Not you as a person. Antaryami Bhagavan within you.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't matter who is offering respect to whoever. The ideal way of offering respect is you offer to the Antaryami Bhagavan. If somebody doesn't understand that and they are showing respect to the person, what Shiva says, they are fools. And if someone expects respect for themselves, bigger fools. Yeah. It tells, anyway, by getting up, if we were showing respect to Antaryami Bhagavan in Daksha, so that's how Lord Shiva is building up the logic. Right? By getting up, people are offering respect to Antaryami Bhagavan in Daksha. Not to Daksha as a person, but Antaryami Bhagavan in Daksha. Now I am doing my meditation on Bhagavan. I was immersed in my dhyana on Bhagavan. Where is the difference? Right? This was Lord Shiva's logic. Make sense? If you understand this logic, your life will be very simple. When you understand that there is a common thread running across the universe, whole creation, and that's Krishna. You call it whatever. Etymologically in Sanskrit is built as Vishnu. The most attractive form is Krishna. Right? It's scientific. This is very logical. It has not come from somebody going and asking, no, what's your name and oh, you are the God. No. Right? The fabric is there, the energy which is floating all through the creation, personal form of it, is Vishnu. Make sense? So it doesn't matter whom you are worshipping, the ultimate object of that should be Vishnu. If you do it with that understanding, there is no conflict anywhere. You can be very peaceful. If you don't understand, you're like, oh, where should I go? I'll choose this person. I'll fight with everybody else. Right? Why? He is supreme. Why is he supreme? I want him to be supreme. I'll fight with everyone else. I'll make sure, whatever, use force, take sword, chop, doesn't matter. I'll establish this person as the supreme. It's just one person having one ideology. We are not talking about ideology at all. We are not talking about reality. What is the reality of the universe? What is the reality in the universe? It really doesn't matter what you think about it. It really doesn't matter. You may think whatever about it. The reality of the universe is the entirety of creation is a connected entity. It's connected. There is a force which is binding everything together. And that's Vishnu. That is binding all forms of moving, non-moving entities. Yeah? In the whole of the creation. And that's a reality. Whether you accept, don't accept, agree, don't agree, believe, don't believe, you have some other belief, doesn't matter. Yeah. It really doesn't matter. This is how the reality is in the creation. Now, if you understand reality and approach the reality as a person who is having some brain substance, then it's fine. You don't understand, then and then on top of it you are doing something just for the sake of doing it. It's avidhi purvakam. There is no understanding of what exactly you are doing. So worshipping Ganesh is okay. Worshipping Lord Shiva is okay. Worshipping, as long as you understand what is that which you are trying to do. So we should call it as respecting them. Because sort of, it's not even really worshipping. You are respecting. Some of the words when we use it in English, it becomes very difficult. So
Prabhuji, just one clarification. So when we say Omkar, that is a Omka Swarup. So that very power has many Swarups for us. One of the Swarup is Shiva. One of the Swarup is Vishnu. One of the Swarup can be Krishna. So ultimately we are saying that all is one God in itself, but we have different Swarup level of those gods and the way we want to connect with them. Sanatana is not an Abrahamic religion that we worship only one God. We have our own way of finding that truth of connecting with that God. So Swarup is something that helps us manifest how I want to see my God. I can see my God as Ram. I can see my God as a Krishna. I can see my God as a Vishnu. I can see my God as a Shiva. But ultimately, whatever I am worshipping, whatever I am going down to, that is ultimately reaching out to the Omkar Swarup, which is the one single entity where all these gods merge together and form as one.
What is the source of the statement?
No, I'm saying the way Krishna is saying.
No, that's not what Krishna is saying. This is not the philosophy of Gita. So I'm just asking where. I know this is a very nice, how to say, it's a very popular philosophy which is floating in the world, having no basis. There is no Acharya who tells this. It's modern philosophy. Mostly propagated by people who came to India, tried to understand what is going on in the Vedic culture, couldn't really figure out, and then finally just sort of came up with this sort of philosophy that, it makes sense. Not even Shankaracharya does this. People somehow use his name many times for this kind of philosophy. Not even him does this. Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Shankaracharya, Vallabhacharya, no Acharya has told like this. There is no Tippani or commentary on Vedanta Sutra which tells like this. This theory has no basis. Only modern so-called gurus, there are many gurus who propagate this, having no authentic connection to any sampradaya whatsoever, including that of Ramanujacharya or Shankaracharya. or Madhvacharya. It doesn't matter whichever authentic line of teachings which are coming in. Now, the way to understand is, again, this is a philosophy. Let's take it as this is one of the philosophies. But what I'm trying to present is beyond what is floating in the world. What I'm trying to say is that we need to first understand from the science background, from a quantum physics background, that there is a all-pervasive energy in the world. Yeah, this is science. Something is there which is holding the entirety of creation together. Now, the Vedic Darshanikas, those who saw the truth, Darshanika means somebody who sees the truth. Tattvadarshi is another name. Darsha means see. Right? They saw the exact same truth as quantum physicists. They understood that the entirety of creation has a common thread. Now, in Sanskrit, etymology means the study of language in terms of root words. Etymologically, the word which is referred for all-pervasive energy is Visha. Yeah. So the word Vishnu comes from the dhatu Visha, means that which is all-pervasive. Okay. So the Darshanikas understood it's not just an all-pervasive energy; there is a personal form to it, simultaneously existing. Yeah, and that is Vishnu. Not the other way around, that there is some person who is coming from somewhere else and then, yeah, this is my form. This is how I think, and everything is going to something else afterwards. That's not how the language has evolved. The language has meaning. Sanskrit is a very defined, structured, scientific language. The words have meanings and there are root words, so you can construct any big word, it always has the same meaning as a dhatu which is coming from. Yeah. So Vishnu is not a belief. It is not a philosophy. It is not something which is just been just coined by somebody. This is the reality. First, let's understand that. It's a reality. The common reality floating in the entirety of creation is called as Vishnu. Shiva means all auspicious. The same Supreme Absolute in all auspicious form is referred as Shiva. Yeah, Shiva means auspicious. Clear? So, what I'm trying to say is that there is meaning to the words and there are interpretations of it afterwards. In the modern times, it's very easy to tell that, yeah, it really doesn't matter who, you go anywhere, you will ultimately reach the same Supreme. Krishna is telling right in front of you in these slokas, and that is not the case. If somebody has misunderstanding will not become understanding. It's a misunderstanding. Yeah. Just because somebody does misunderstanding very sincerely doesn't mean it becomes understanding. Krishna has put the word Shraddha here, means sincerely. Yeah. Epi anya devata bhakta yadante shraddhayanvitaha. They are doing with sincerity. But just because somebody is doing with sincerity doesn't mean that understanding becomes, or misunderstanding becomes understanding. Yeah. So just because the child doesn't know, it goes and touches the fire doesn't mean that the fire doesn't burn. Fire will burn. Why? Because that's the reality. Yeah. So our understanding is lagging. It's seriously affected by 1500 years of onslaught on the culture. So we have lost connection with the actual culture, then it's lost. Now what is remaining after 1500 of onslaught on the culture is some aerial understanding, very superficial. 1.5 billion people having no understanding of what they are doing. Everybody has their own something, whatever. And then somehow some people want to make sense of, okay, I don't really understand full. I'll somehow I'll try to bring everything together and everybody together. So yeah, it's somewhat of they coin this philosophy. Chalo. Everything is anyway nothing. All these are, you can choose whatever you want. But then you are defying the laws of physics then. If that's what it is. Right? You are not really understanding how the universe is functioning. Not really understanding how the universe is structured, how the creation is functioning. You are just telling that, yeah, there could be some forms and then ultimately there is nothing. Yeah. This thing has no basis. You can't really connect with anything. Neither you can connect with science, nor you can connect with the actual Vedic literatures. There is no literature which speaks these lines, how you said, okay, this is how it is. There is no literature which says this. Third, no acharyas have spoken about this. And acharyas are established already, right? And then they don't appear just, okay, tomorrow I'll make one more acharya. A very stable, structured, Vallabhacharya, Ramanujacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, established. Madhavendra Puri, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya, established. These are acharyas. So, there is no solid backing of the guru or sadhus or shastras, not even science, modern science. So that philosophy which you just mentioned now, we can safely ignore it. Yeah, we can very safely ignore it. Better we start becoming a bit more scientifically orientated. I usually tell that you want to become really deeper into Vedic way of thought process and learning. Just give like 1-2 hours of good reading on quantum physics. What exactly is quantum physics? How is it presenting? What exactly is the established fact so far? It's an evolving field, no problem. Understand the facts which are established so far. Then it will be very easy for you to understand how the Vedic thought process is very much aligned with this vision. So things become much more clearer there. Last week we were discussing about the observation capacity and how matter and spirit, it's the same, but then based on your observation, you fix the reality. You see from the perspective of I am the enjoyer, I am the controller, I am the proprietor. Everything is binding you, it is pulling you down. You are in the reincarnation cycle, birth and death, suffering, old age. You are undergoing a lot of material happenings. Why? Because the vision is wrong. You fix the right vision, same environment, same ambience. I am not the enjoyer, I am not the controller, I am not the proprietor. Yeah. Krishna is the enjoyer, he is the proprietor, he is the controller. I will serve Krishna. You look at everything with that vision, same objects, same universe. This is quantum physics, right? Your observation fixes the reality. Until you observe, you don't know. So you need to observe. You observe from material perspective, everything is material. You observe from spiritual perspective, the exact same thing becomes spiritual. Why? Because Krishna is already there everywhere. Now, there is a different